Are you tired of getting lowballed by the VA? Maybe you've been denied benefits, or you're stuck at 70% or 80% and can't figure out how to get to 100%. You're not alone. Every year, thousands of veterans just like you get frustrated, confused, and overwhelmed by the VA's complicated process. But here's the good news. You can get to 100%, even if you've been denied before. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how. Hey, I'm a VA claims coach and former service member. I've spent years helping veterans navigate the VA system, and I know firsthand how tough and discouraging it can be. But I also know that with the right strategy, the right evidence, and the right mindset, you can win your claim and get the benefits you've earned. If you're ready to take control of your VA claim and your future, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Let's start with the basics. What does a 100% VA disability rating actually mean for you and your family in 2025? First, let's talk numbers. In 2025, a single veteran with no dependents receives about $3,900 per month tax-free. That's over $46,000 a year, money you can count on no matter what. If you have a spouse, children, or dependent parents, your monthly payment goes up. For example, a veteran with a spouse and one child can receive over $4,400 per month. And remember, this is tax-free income. That's a huge difference compared to taxable civilian pay. But the benefits don't stop at the monthly check. At 100%, you unlock a whole new level of support, full VA health care. You get access to the best VA medical care, including specialists, surgeries, mental health, and more, with no copays. Dental and vision coverage. At 100%, you qualify for comprehensive dental and vision care through the VA, dependents benefits. Your spouse and children may qualify for CHAMP VA health insurance, education benefits like the Chapter 35 DEA program, and even tuition waivers in some states. Property tax exemptions. Many states offer property tax breaks or full exemptions for 100% disabled veterans. Commissary and exchange access. You and your family can shop at military commissaries and exchanges. Life insurance and burial benefits. You qualify for increased life insurance options and burial benefits. Travel reimbursements. The VA will often reimburse you for travel to and from medical appointments. And that's just the start. Every state has its own set of additional benefits for 100% disabled veterans, from free hunting and fishing licenses to vehicle registration discounts. So, getting to 100% isn't just about the money, it's about security, peace of mind, and a better quality of life for you and your loved ones. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why do so many veterans get denied or stuck at a lower rating than they deserve? The truth is, the VA system is complicated. It's not enough to just say you're hurting or that your condition is service-connected. The VA needs evidence, and they need it in a very specific way. Here are the most common reasons claims get denied or underrated. 1. Lack of medical evidence. This is the #1 reason. The VA needs to see clear, consistent medical records that show you have a current, diagnosed condition. That condition is connected to your military service. The severity of your symptoms matches the rating you're seeking. If your medical records are thin, inconsistent, or missing key details, the VA will almost always deny or underrate your claim. 2. Poorly done C&P exams. The Compensation and Pension (C&P) exam is a critical part of your claim. This is where a VA examiner evaluates your condition and reports their findings. If you're not prepared, or if the examiner doesn't fully understand your symptoms, your rating can suffer. Many veterans downplay their symptoms, forget to mention key limitations, or don't bring up how their condition affects their daily life. The result? A low rating or a denial. 3. Missing Nexus letters or DBQs. A Nexus letter is a statement from a medical professional that links your condition to your military service. A Disability Benefits Questionnaire, DBQ, is a standardized form that details the severity of your condition. Without these, your claim is missing the connective tissue the VA needs to approve it. Many claims get denied simply because the VA can't see the link between your service and your condition, or because the severity isn't clearly documented. 4th, not claiming secondary conditions. A lot of veterans focus only on their primary condition, say a back injury or PTSD. But many conditions cause or aggravate other issues. For example, chronic pain can lead to depression, or a knee injury can cause hip or back problems. If you don't claim these secondary conditions, you're leaving ratings on the table. 5. Filing errors and missed deadlines. The VA process is full of forms, deadlines, and technical requirements. If you file the wrong form, miss a deadline, or don't submit the right evidence, your claim can get stuck or denied. All right, now let's get into the heart of today's video, the step-by-step strategy to get to 100%, even if you've been denied before. Step 1. Gather strong evidence. The foundation of any successful VA claim is evidence. Here's what you need. Service treatment records. These are your medical records from your time in the military. They show when your condition started or was aggravated. Private and VA medical records. Gather all records from civilian doctors, specialists, and VA providers. The more documentation, the better. Disability Benefits Questionnaires, DBQs. These are forms that detail the severity of your condition. You can download DBQs from the VA website and have your doctor fill them out. Don't rely solely on the VA's C&P exam. Get your own DBQ from a provider who knows your case. Nexus letters. If your condition isn't clearly connected to your service, get a Nexus letter from a qualified medical professional. This letter should explain in clear language how your military service caused or aggravated your condition. The more specific, the better. Tips for gathering evidence. Be thorough. Don't leave out any records, even if you think they're minor. Organize your evidence by condition. Make it easy for the VA to see the connection. If you're missing records, request them from the VA or your private providers. Don't give up if it takes time. Step 2. Include secondary service-connected conditions. This is where many veterans miss out. Secondary conditions are those that are caused or worsened by a service-connected disability. For example, sleep apnea secondary to PTSD. If your PTSD causes sleep disturbances, which lead to sleep apnea, you can claim sleep apnea as secondary. Depression. Secondary to chronic pain. If your chronic pain leads to depression or anxiety, claim it as secondary. Radiculopathy. Secondary to back injury. If your back injury causes nerve pain in your legs, that's a secondary condition. Each secondary condition can add to your overall rating. Sometimes it's the secondary conditions that push you over the edge to 100%. How to claim secondary conditions. Get a Nexus letter from your doctor explaining how your primary condition caused or aggravated the secondary condition. Submit a DBQ for the secondary condition, detailing its severity. Make sure your claim clearly states that the condition is secondary to your primary service-connected disability. Step 3. Prepare for your C&P exam like a pro. The C&P exam is your chance to show the VA how your condition really affects you. Here's how to prepare. Be honest, not heroic. Many veterans are used to toughing it out, but at your C&P exam, you need to be completely honest about your symptoms. Don't minimize your pain or limitations. Describe your worst days. The VA rates you based on the average severity of your condition, but if you only talk about your good days, you'll get a lower rating. Be clear about your worst days and how often they happen. Bring a list of symptoms. Write down all your symptoms and limitations before the exam. Bring this list with you and refer to it during the exam. Explain how your condition affects daily life. The VA wants to know how your condition impacts your ability to work, take care of yourself, and interact with others. Be specific. Can you cook, clean, drive, work, or socialize? If not, explain why. Bring a buddy statement. If your spouse, family member, or friend has seen how your condition affects you, ask them to write a statement. This can be powerful evidence. Step 4. File for an increase with precision. If you're already rated but not at 100%, you can file for an increase. Here's how. Use the right forms. For a new claim, use VA Form 21526EZ. For a supplemental claim, if you've been denied, use VA Form 20995. For a higher level review, use VA Form 20-0996. Submit all new evidence. Don't just resubmit the same evidence. Add new medical records, DBQs, Nexus letters, and buddy statements. Track your timelines. You usually have 1 year from the date of your decision letter to file an appeal or supplemental claim. Don't miss this window. Be specific. Clearly state which conditions you're seeking an increase for and why. Reference your new evidence in your claim. Step 5. Consider TDIU, Total Disability Individual Unemployability. If your conditions prevent you from working, but you don't meet the scheduler 100% rating, you may qualify for TDIU. This pays at the 100% rate, even if your combined rating is lower. Eligibility. You must have one condition rated at 60% or more, or a combined rating of 70% with one condition at 40% or more. Evidence. Submit VA Form 21-8940, application for increased compensation based on unemployability, and VA Form 21-4192, request for employment information. Show impact on employment. Provide evidence that your service-connected conditions prevent you from maintaining substantially gainful employment. Let me share a real-world example to show you how this works. Let's talk about John, a hypothetical veteran who served in the Army for 10 years. John was rated at 70% for PTSD and a back injury. He'd been denied for sleep apnea and migraines in the past, and he felt stuck. Here's what we did. Step 1. Gathered evidence. We pulled all of John's VA and private medical records. We found notes from his doctor about his sleep problems and headaches, but they weren't clearly linked to his service. Step 2. Claimed secondary conditions. We got a Nexus letter from John's psychiatrist explaining that his PTSD caused severe sleep disturbances, which contributed to his sleep apnea. We also got a DBQ for his migraines, showing they were aggravated by his back pain and PTSD. Step 3. Prepared for the C&P exam. John wrote down all his symptoms and how they affected his daily life. He brought this list to his C&P exam and made sure to explain his worst days, not just his best. Step 4. Filed for an increase. We filed a supplemental claim using VA Form 20-0995, including the new Nexus letters, DBQs, and buddy statements from John's wife. Step 5. Followed up. We checked in regularly with the VA, responded to any requests for more information, and made sure nothing fell through the cracks. Within 6 months, John's sleep apnea was granted as secondary to PTSD, and his migraines were rated at 30%. His combined rating jumped to 100%. Now, John receives over $4,400 a month, tax-free, and his family has full health care and education benefits. This is not a rare case. I've seen veterans go from 60% or 70% to 100% by following these steps. Gathering strong evidence, claiming secondary conditions, preparing for the C&P exam, and filing with precision. If you're watching this and feeling discouraged, I want you to know you're not alone and you can win this fight. The VA process is tough, but with the right strategy and support, you can get the benefits you've earned. Here's what I want you to do next. Subscribe to this channel for weekly tips, step-by-step guides, and real talk about the VA claims process. Comment below if you have questions, need help, or want to share your story. I read every comment, and I'm here to help. Don't give up. If you've been denied, it's not the end. Every day, veterans just like you go from denied or underrated to 100%. And you can too. Remember, you served your country. You earned these benefits. Don't let the VA process stop you from getting what you deserve. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a fellow veteran who needs to hear this. Check out the links in the description for more resources, including free checklists and guides to help you build a winning claim. I'm your VA claims coach, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong and keep fighting for what you've earned.